How you guys doing? My name is Grandmaster Revan. I'm the founder of Anonymous Liberty Media. I would like to ask everybody on this platform and other platforms like Facebook and Twitter, so on and so forth. And it's very important. Do you remember life's lessons growing up? Don't slouch, sit straight, chew with your mouth closed. Look both ways before crossing the street, especially if you're crossing the crosswalk. Always look both ways before you cross the street. Think before you act. And if you decide, and if you decide to act stupid, remember your actions have consequences. There are people that do things that are moral and immoral. Respect how the person, how you want to be respected. Keep your hands to yourself. I remember that. I remember those big time. Growing up. Big time. It's best to have loved and lost and not to be loved at all. Life give you lemons. You make with lemons. You make lemonade. If you fall down, get your ass back up. If you fall down, or if you get knocked down, get your ass back up. The more times you fall, the more times you will get up. Well, it seems that they left, well, a little known group called Antifa. Last night went to the home of Tucker Carlson. They're saying it's a protest. You know. If two members of the group tried to throw themselves at the door to open it, but only cracked it, that was a threat. They were sending a message. And if it's a protest, why was Tucker Carlson's wife hiding in the closet calling 911? And if it was a protest, why did Antifa block both ends of the street? They were threatening him. They were threatening him and his family. A lot of people, I'm not condoning this. They are very angry about it. Was it reported on CNN? Oh, hell no. Because they don't like Fox. They don't like anybody from Fox News. Did MSNBC report it? No. They don't like Fox News or anybody from Fox News. They have no respect for anybody from Fox News. Because they associate with the president. The one person who used to work for Fox spoke out now, Megyn Kelly, saying, "When is this going to end?" Good question. When is it going to end? When you got someone like Jim Costa, who's a proclaimed journalist, who's an activist, claimed to be a journalist, constantly grandstands, mic hogs, treats people horribly. It's time that, when you have adults acting like children, whether you're in the media or on TV or in movies or in music or in sports, and you have this self-proclaimed cause or whatever reason it may be, and you want to act like children pretending to have a cause that you think it's important, which in reality is not really important. Let's stop and think here. What choice do you have? Now, you have individuals who put tapes over their own mouths saying they're being censored. Did they censor you? Or are you censoring yourself by putting masking tape over your mouth, claiming to be a victim, claiming that you're being silenced, which honestly, you're silencing yourself? See, of course your opinion matters, but not to me. Just not to me. I saw this at Walmart. You have people on the left, people on the right. Throwing out their opinions. They're your opinions. Of course they matter, just not to me. I don't care about your opinions. We each have our own opinion. I like to keep it to myself. I grew up hearing, if you have nothing nice to say, don't say anything at all. But if you have anything to say, say it. But don't be rude about it. Be respectful. If you want to be respected, you got to give respect in return. Simple as that. I grew up being told, always turn the other cheek. It's a good lesson, but it's a hard lesson to learn, because not everybody turns the other cheek. Not everybody follows that lesson. Turn the other cheek. Walk away. It ain't worth it. But when you do walk away, and when you do turn the other cheek, as you walk away, you're called a coward. Here's the truth about that. And here's the truth. Sometimes you have to walk away because it's not really worth it. And if you walk away and someone calls you a coward, you turn around and say, "My opinions vary," and walk away. See, if you call someone a coward because they walk away because they feel it's not worth it, they feel like you ain't worth it, and then you turn around and call them a coward because they're walking away because you want to fight, you want to have a altercation, but they don't because it's not worth it, and you turn around and call them a coward. You are the coward because you ain't worth it. You ain't worth someone's time because you want an altercation because you want to have an altercation where it's their fault. And once they see right through you and say, "Ain't worth it," they'll walk away. But if you throw out the word coward, you're the coward yourself. Because they saw right through you. They saw right through you because they see what you want. Because you want them to look like they instigated it. It's their fault, but really it's your fault. Sometimes you gotta turn the other cheek because it's just not worth it. It's never really worth it at all, period. Be an adult about it. Say, just not worth it. Just not it ain't worth my time to play petty games. I'm better than this. The left are calling us cowards. Because we walk away. We turn the other cheek. But they're the cowards. Because we chose to walk away. To choose a better path. Because the left want an altercation. That's where Antifa comes in. Antifa claims to be anti-fascist. Really. They use this term where they call people Nazis or fascists. See, I got a chance to actually sit back and watch their actions here. And over time, I started to realize their tactics. The tactics, okay. They'll call even a black person a Nazi or a white supremacist. Don't matter what race you are, they'll still call you a Nazi, a fascist, and a white supremacist, or a mouthpiece of the white supremacy. In actuality, if you look at their tactics, their actions, okay, think. I've seen where people are having prayer out in public. Okay. And a group of Antifa members come in and attack them. And they're calling people fascists and Nazis and white supremacists. Time out. There's nothing wrong praying in public. If you're by yourself, no problem. Pray by yourself. But if you're praying in a group and being peaceful about it, that's good. And if you're attacked for praying in public, this is where the Nazi brown shirt tactic comes in. See, Antifa takes they have tactics that are like, if you look in history, the Bolsheviks, the Nazi brown shirts, the fascist regimes. Okay. Communists. All these tactics go back in history. The Nazis, brown shirts, the communists, the fascists, the socialist bullshit. All this shit in one group. Antifa don't protest. They antagonize. They attack. Okay. See, they claim to be anti-fascists, which, if you really realize, they're not anarchists. Okay, they're not anarchists. They're not. They're fascists. They're Nazis. Brown shirts. They're communists. All of it in one group. Okay. They rely on violence. Simple. They're anti-media. They're anti-police. They're anti-everything. All they care about is violence. All they care about is hurting people. They don't care if someone dies. Okay? They'll even beat somebody who died on the street just for a kick. And the left saying, they're protesting. No. They're not protesting. They're not anarchists. Okay. They are the modern day KKK. But with a very stupid method. The guys hide behind the women. You think the KKK would hide behind their women? No. The guys the men be up front. They wouldn't be like these college age motherfuckers, period. Bikers. Okay? Bikers. They can hide behind the women. They're gonna rush your ass. They're gonna kick the shit out of you. See, Antifa is very, very stupid. And I mean literally stupid. Okay? Bam. Same thing. Very, very stupid. Okay? Very stupid. I'm surprised that they didn't dox my ass. Plain and simple. But you have to really assess, reevaluate, and you want to think about all the stuff, all the life lessons you learned growing up, and think real hard why you were taught these life lessons. Okay, look before you cross. Look both ways. Look both ways before you cross the street. Chew with your mouth closed. Sit straight. Quit slouching. Turn the other cheek. Means walk away. because it ain't worth it. And if someone calls you a coward, in reality, they're the coward. You're not. You're using your basic common sense, in which that person doesn't have. You're walking away because it ain't worth it. Of course, your opinion matters, just not to me. See, we have our own opinions on things, different things. I mean, we can have an opinion on the sports team that lost last week, or the movie we seen yesterday, or the book we read an hour ago. Because my question is, does anybody think anymore? Does anybody ever think of the outcome? The consequences and shit? Does anybody actually clean their ears out to actually listen to shit? Does anybody actually shut their pie hole and open their eyes and ears and literally, because they listened and understand, they wouldn't have to open mouth, insert foot? We are given life's lessons the day we were able to even walk. Since the day we were born, we until we reach of age, we have that knowledge at the back of our noggin that we were taught from age 5 on up. Nobody thinks about the consequences. They assume, oh, we'll be all fine, we'll be good. Really? You think you're going to be fine if you go to someone's house and you threaten them? But it's a protest. Bullshit. You're threatening a life of a reporter, his family, and you're telling him to leave town, the town he was born and raised in, the town that he grew up in. Because you don't like you don't like the things he's talking about. You don't agree. But it's okay to disagree, okay? It's okay to disagree, but don't threaten a man's life. Don't threaten his family. It's okay to disagree. That's it. If they don't agree with you, hey, let it go. It's not worth it. Turn the other cheek. It's not worth the violence because somebody don't agree with your philosophy or your ideology or what you stand for. It's their right to disagree with you. If you don't like it, tough. Let it go. Be adult about it. Grow the fuck up. We're all taught these life lessons from we were kids to adults. And we have it in the back of our minds every fucking day. Every fucking day. Sometimes half these fuckers don't even realize why they're getting these life lessons from their parents, their grandparents, aunts and uncles, their friends, their siblings and shit. Think before you act. Think means you have to think of the outcome, the consequences of your actions. Your actions has consequences. If you fuck up, it's on you. It's on you. If you see, for example, here's one example. Okay, let's go back 2 years. Okay, 2 years ago, we all seen the election 2 years ago. Okay, 2 years ago, it was one hell of a year. Okay, we can all admit that it was one hell of a year. Okay, and and all of a sudden, you got these college-age dipshits who are just crying up a storm, who wants to protest and bust down windows of businesses and shit, and want to block traffic because they're upset because Hillary lost. Oh man, holy fucking jumping shit balls. See, this is what I'm talking about. This is what I'm talking about. You have to stop and think here. Look, we had one hell of a year that year, okay? One hell of a year. Strange, but one hell of a year. Weird, but one hell of a year, okay? There was controversy. There was scandals up the wazoo here, guys. And yeah, Trump won the election. Okay, hey, he won the election by a huge fucking margin. But you also have these networks like CNN. Van Jones said this was a lash. This was a white lash. What the fuck are you talking about? A white lash. What the fuck, white lash? What are you talking about? And you had one, Rachel Maddow, shocked, crying, pretending to be shocked. See, everybody in the left-wing media, they knew that. See, they thought, oh, Hillary would win by a huge landslide, by a huge margin. She'll beat Trump in a fucking landslide. She'll take about 90% of most of the states in the union. Gloating way too early, folks. Gloating too early. So, and then you got these dumbass retards in black who look like ninjas suffering from cerebral palsy and bipolar syndrome. Causing destruction in DC. Complaining, whining, and bitching. Okay? And at the time of the election, the election season, you would see videos of people blocking traffic because they're yelling out, Black Lives Matter, Black Lives. We all know lives do matter, okay? You just can't say only Black Lives. Oh, go fuck yourself, okay? All lives matter. Whether you're gay, straight, man, woman, black, white, Hispanic, Asian, Hindu, Arabic, French, whatever nationality you are. Every life on this planet matters, okay? Every life matters. Every life on Earth matters. From humans, mammals, marsupials, plant life, life in general matters. And they're acting like they're serious. They're starving for attention. That's all it is. It's an attention getter. They want to play the victim card. Oh, I'm a professional victim. Please pay me. Get a job first, then I'll fucking pay you for being an idiot. I mean, even now, 2 years later, things are better. Okay? Even when Trump won the election, you got this Al Green, Senator Al Green, who wants to automatically start the proceedings of impeachment. The guy ain't even in office yet, you dumb fuck. Why do you want to impeach him now? And they're all talking about impeach 45. Shut the fuck up. And go buy a clue. And yeah.
Soup's done if you want some.
Okay. Okay. But growing up, we were taught these life lessons. I mean, think before you act. You know, one of my favorite lessons I've learned, came from my father. Him and I are both big fans of the Godfather movie. And he'll tell me about a scene that Vito Corleone was talking to Sonny. And he says, Sonny, don't ever let anybody know what you're thinking. And this is one of my favorite lessons in life. And it came from a movie. And it makes so much sense. Don't let anybody know what you're thinking. And this lesson I got from my father. And it's a very important lesson. And we're giving advices. Sometimes they're important. And you remember them. Because it's like you get an advice from somebody. And in your mind, you put it in a little file. And you keep it because the advice is an important one. Very important, but you still want to remember that advice until the day you die. And maybe you want to pass on that advice to a loved one, or a child, or somebody who's in trouble. But I've always had life lessons that I remember growing up. Still to this day. Because people cared about me. They worried about me. And they're concerned about me because at the time, as I was growing up, I did not know where I wanted to do. What roads do I follow? What roads do I take? And do I take the right path? Do I take the right road? If I see, if I remember the crossroad where there's an arrow pointing left or right, where do I go? Do I go left or do I go right, or do I go to the third option? Go straight through. I mean, it's not an easy lesson to learn, but it's worth to listen. It's worth to think before you act here. You have individuals in colleges who are still acting like dumbasses. They're more worried about their feelings than the facts. Okay? Feelings have no evidence. Facts have evidence. You cannot always run on emotion and feelings. Feelings are not facts. Feelings are just feelings. Emotions are just emotions. They're human emotions. But they don't prove anything but what you feel. Okay? What you feel. Emotions like anger, happiness, fear, sad, pain, rage. Feelings, emotions. It's a human thing, human nature, human life. You have feelings like anger, sad, happy, moody, bitchy, whatever. Emotions are feelings, but they don't prove anything. I'm angry, so what? I'm offended, so what? Do I care? No. Facts have evidence, can be evidence. Emotions and feelings, they're just feelings and emotions. You're having an emotional fit. You're having a emotional bitch fit, an emotional shit fit. You're emotionally bitching and whining. It's all it is. You can't prove it with feelings and emotions. You do it with facts. By you having a bitch fit and a shit fit don't prove anything. All it proves is that you're having a bitch fit and a shit fit. And they don't prove anything. Facts prove more. Facts proves everything. Facts are facts. Feelings are feelings. Emotions are emotions, and they're human feelings and emotions. You feel angry. You feel sad. You feel moody. You're being bitchy. Having a shit fit. It's human nature. But it don't prove anything. They're not evidence of anything. Facts prove facts. If you could back it up with evidence and not feelings or emotions, you're good. But if you base it on feelings and emotions, you're basically having a hormonal imbalance called bitch fit and shit fit. You're basing it on your bitching, your whining, your moaning, and complaining. It's all it is. You can't prove it this way. You prove it with facts and evidence, not being bitchy, whining, moaning, grumpy, whatever, sad, whatever. Emotions and feelings are just human things. There's no evidence that can prove facts. Facts are facts. Emotions and feelings are just a human thing. It's human nature to feel angry, sad, happy, mad, bitchy, whining, complaining. Oh my God, why am I such a bitch? Human attitude, emotional shit. Facts are backed up with evidence. You cannot back up facts with emotions and feelings. Because you can't prove anything. If you think that you can prove with feeling emotions, well, you're dumb. If you think you can prove it with feelings, emotions, then you are dumber than a box of rocks covered in a second coat of paint, smelling like horse shit. If you feel offended, who gives a shit? If you're upset, go fuck yourself. No one gives a rat's ass. You're emotional. So what? It's human nature. You're being human. But cannot base this shit on facts, on truth. Because you're offended by somebody who's a conservative at a local college because a speaker is going to have their talk, and you feel offended so much that going to the college bureaucrats say, please boot them. They're gonna make us feel so emotional and offended. Shut the fuck up. Look, if George Carlin was alive today and he went to these colleges of emotional leftist dumbasses, he would tell you, grow the fuck up, grow a set, be adult. Your parents raised you to be an adult until you're 18, correct? Yeah. But when you're 18 and you go to college, they expect you to be adults in college, not go from 18 back to 5. They want you to go to be 18 up to when you reach where your ball hairs are gray, where your peaches are gray or white. Means from 18 to when you reach an old age, when your face starts to sag, your hair turns gray, then from gray to white. Be adults. Grow the fuck up. Quit bitching, quit whining, quit moaning, quit having a fucking shit fit. Grow the fuck up. Of course, opinion matters, just not to me. Simple as that. But you have these little whiners complaining, and we need our safe space. Guess what, kids? There are no safe spaces. There are no free speech zones. It's bullshit. Based on the theory of, based on this college bureaucratic cocksuckers, say, if the reason we need free speech zones is to protect the whiny little bitches. Because we are also whiny little bitches. There you go. You have a bunch of college bureaucrats who are whiny little bitches themselves who are protecting their fellow whiny little bitches. So was that. But you have people in college who are straight up adults. Okay? Their parents grew up, the parents raised them from age 5, from when they're born to 18. They're from 18 in college. They're carrying on that knowledge of how they grew up being adults about it. 18 on up, hey, they are more adults than these whiny little bitches. You have to think. Antifa acting like a bunch of little bitches. You have Antifa and BAM acting like fucking children, having a shit fit and a bitch fit because they refuse to grow up. They refuse. See, their parents raised them from the time they were shot out of their mama's vagina to 18. And when they hit 18, hey, they're adults. Act like it. But we don't want to be adults. Tough shit. So they go from 18 back to 5 and decide to where we're going to look like ninjas on crack. And we're going to be really, really wired and really, really fucked up. So this is it. So this is it. So this is it, folks, huh? I mean, you got these dumbasses who look like ninjas on crack. Are going to get really, really fucked up. And this is why we say no to drugs. Okay? This is why we say no to drugs. Simple as that. And this is why I don't do drugs, because I'm already got diabetes. I'm already taking pills for that. I mean, I got Tourette's. Go figure. And I'm diabetic. Go figure. But I'm taking legal medication. You know, I'm diabetic. I'm high blood pressure. Shit. You know, gray hair coming in here. Shit. So, my question is to everybody on every platform, and I will be sharing this video on every platform, from Facebook, Twitter, to Minds, MeWe, Holness, Gab, and BitChute, because we need to understand why I mean, the country ain't divided, to be honest. Okay. I don't see it divided. What I see a bunch of left-wing crybabies that's in the media, that's in the movies, Hollywood, all that shit. They're crybabies. Okay? They're all a bunch of fucking crybabies. Okay? And then you got, even in sports, you got fucking crybabies. One of them, Colin Kaepernick. No, Colin Kaepernick is a whiny little bitch who foregoed $15 million. Come on. I mean, holy crap. I would, like, $15 million. Holy fuck. I would play punter for $15 million. Give me 1 year for $15 million. I'll play for a year. I'll retire off that $15 million. I'll be a punter for 1 year for $15 million. I'll retire and I'm going to do this shit forever. You know what I'm saying? But you got these dumbass football players who make tons of fucking money. Tons of fucking money. We're going to drop a knee for Colin Kaepernick. No. What we're going to do is, if I was a team owner of one of these teams, I would have a role. You drop a knee, I'm dropping you for your contract. Same with the coach. You drop a knee, I'll drop you from your contract too. That means I will fire you if you drop a knee. If you're a player, I don't give a shit. I don't give a crap if you're a star player. I will drop you from your contract, and I will spend that money. Like on contract on somebody who's not like Colin Kaepernick, who will play, who doesn't follow the left wing ideology of being a creepy little fuck. Simple as that. And if I was Roger Goodell, I would be a commissioner with balls. I wouldn't be a trying and pussy. No, I would be a man with balls. I would be the George Patton of football. Okay, I would be the George Patton of football, And if you drop a knee, I will suspend your ass for a year. And if you appeal it, your chance to appealing it will be very slim. This slim. Because you're given this great opportunity to make some money, to play professional sports like baseball, football, soccer, hockey, basketball, rugby, to make some pretty good fucking money, okay? To make some pretty good fucking money, okay? Simple as that. Some good money. But what is it with these athletes making over $100 million fucking dollars? They ain't that fucking good. Alex Rodriguez made $252 million for 10 years with the Rangers. After 4 years, he was traded to the Yankees. And after the Rangers paid him off, the Yankees signed him to a 10-year, $360 million. I'm like, nobody is that fucking good. Okay? Nobody is that fucking talented, okay? Nobody. Nobody is worth $360 fucking million. Nobody's that good. If I was George Zimmerman, I was like, motherfucker, you ain't paying this son of a bitch that much money. Start off 5 years, $20 million, $30 million, whatever. But 360, go fuck yourself. Nobody is that fucking good. No athlete is worth over $100 million. LeBron James is not even worth over $100 million. Maybe 50, but over 100? Fuck that shit. Nobody is that fucking good. Okay? Nobody is a god athlete. No athlete should be paid over 100 million. Maybe around 50 and under. But 50 above, fuck you. Man. No athlete is that fucking good. Okay? In the early 90s, when Ryan Sandberg signed with the Cubs, the record was only $20 million. That was a record, 20 mil. But now you got, what? Alex Rodriguez, when he was signed with the Rangers, he was signed to a 10-year, $252 million contract. I saw it as a $250 million reasons why not to sign the motherfucker. With one word, with one comment, he ain't that fucking good. $252 million. Then he had Frank Thomas and Barry Bonds going, hey, I want to make $18 million a year. Because when Alex Rodriguez signed with the Rangers, first 5 years, $21 million a year. 5 years. Okay? Think about it. 21 million times 5. Okay? $21 million. That's almost $100 million the first 5 years. Okay? $21 million for the first 5 years, and the rest will be around $10 to $15 million. Who does the math here? Who does the math? Like, oh yeah, oh well. If I was the one doing this, I'd be like, look, I'm gonna sign your fucking ass to a 10-year, $65 million contract for 10 years. But his agent got him that deal. Now, I will look at his agent and say, do I have stupid on my forehead? Or should I kick your ass now? Because no player is worth $250 million or $360 million. Not worth that much. Not that he ain't worth that much. Maybe up to $70 million if you're playing 10 years and shit. Like, but you'd have a lot of at bats. I mean, you have to do a lot to earn that money. How many at bats? How many home runs he hit? How many singles, doubles, triples, whatever? How many steals he got? Whatever. Nobody is worth that fucking much money. Nobody. In sports. Nobody. At all. Not even. Somebody is splurging money on dumb motherfuckers who think that worth that damn much. Basic common sense, motherfuckers. No athlete in baseball, football, hockey, or basketball is worth $252 million for 10 years or $360 million for 10 years. It's bullshit. Even though it's been a decade, I don't give a shit. The idea of that is fucking dumb. Alright? Alright, ladies and gentlemen, this is good old Grandmaster Revan here, and I am the founder of the Anonymous Liberty Media podcast and channel on YouTube. I want to thank you guys for listening, and if you guys are new to this channel, please leave a like, comment, subscribe, comment below, leave a like, and please share this video if you're new to this channel. And if you've got this transmission, you are the resistance. Remember, I am Grandmaster Revan, founder of the Anonymous. I am Grandmaster Revan, founder of the Anonymous Liberty Media. Remember, knowledge is free. If you don't like it, go fuck yourself. Peace out. Revan out.